Hey, what's up, guys? Here we are back with another episode of Reality Sucks with me, Ty, the Classics Man, and my co-host here, Calvin, known as the Amazing Cal.
What's going on, champion? How you
What's
feel
going
today?
on? What's going on?
Everything's
So,
beautiful.
everything is good. So before we get started, we're gonna have a moment of silence for the Vegas people, Puerto Rican people, Dominican Republic, and also there was a foreman who was shot by my job today by his worker. Guy came back, he got fired yesterday, he came back into the job and shot his boss this morning and then shot himself. So we're gonna have the moment of silence first and then we'll dive into the show. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. All right, so here we go. So there's a lot that's happened over the last 2 weeks. Sorry we missed you guys. We missed you guys last week for some prior engagement, but we're back this week live again. So here we go with another mass shooting in America again. This time in Las Vegas. And now everybody is screaming gun laws, gun laws, gun laws again, and the government, and you know all this other stuff. And I'm done. I'm done listening to people complain about stuff that nobody trying to change until something bad happens, and then everybody want to be like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. So this is what America, this is what society does. You know, things happen, we jump on it, and we get all, everybody expects their opinion. Nobody has no solutions. But then we're gonna talk, and then we also gotta get into this guy. You know, he was there gambling, he was a regular. He brought in 20 bags. 20 bags. Now, anybody going to stay at any hotel, whether you staying there for 5 days, a week, you could be there for 2 weeks, you could be there for a month. You don't need no 20 bags. I don't know. Nobody questioned nobody. Then there was a lady who was running around the concert or running around somewhere saying, you ready to die today?
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is I mean, this, the stories keep coming out. What do you mean?
Keep going.
Oh, the stories keep coming out. I think, the media
Yeah, keep talking, Sal.
has a way of, making us believe what they want us to believe. Like they said, it's supposed to have been 2 shooters and this and that. No, it was just him. It was him by himself. He orchestrated this whole thing, and that's just the way it went. You know what I mean? I can't, everybody want to know why this man did what he did. You know what I mean? It don't matter why he did it. He killed 50 people. He injured almost 500 people. And y'all want to know why. Why has America always got to be a reason for something? You know what I mean? Like, either he was fed up, he was crazy, he was something, but we'll never know. Now we can predict and we can project about what we thought he was or what was wrong with him. You know what I mean? We can just be angry at him for what he did. That's probably better off than what it being doing or being, have some empathy for the people that got shot and everything. But, I don't know what, what else do we have to do to change the gun laws or change what we are doing as a human society for these things not to happen?
A couple of things just come to the attention, when you look at it from that point. Looking at the news today, at work, and the way they speak about this guy, they said, well, he's tried to stay away from his father because his father was on the FBI most wanted list. He wasn't, like a warm and fuzzy guy. But do you see how they portray this guy? And I have to look at it as a race thing as well, because they portray this guy. He's warm, he's fuzzy. He tried to stay away from his father, but at the end of the day, they try to make this guy, so civil. What is civil about killing over 50 people, randomly? What is civil about, taking lives at the end of the day? If it was on the other hand, whether it be, Latino or black, he's crazy, he's terrorist, he needs to be put away, it was a horrific thing. But when it comes, to a lighter complexion, Caucasian, it's always, diluted. And when we look at it, you know what I'm saying, being diluted, you know what I'm saying, he's warm, he's fuzzy, he tried to stay away. His girlfriend gets on live TV. All these people get on TV to actually try to make an excuse for something wrong. How can, you know what I'm saying, how can we make excuses for things wrong? Mom, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, Mom. My mother tuned in today. Wow. As well. And that's how I look at it. That's what strikes out to me. You know what I'm saying? When you look at, did you see the same episode, the same program? You know what I'm saying? Throughout the media, throughout, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't watch it.
The new, have you watched TV?
I didn't watch it, no.
Okay, so but it's been coming on, and the way they portray this guy is outrageous at the end of the day. And it's horrific, and that's how I look at it, you know? This guy, you know what I'm saying, did the same thing, did the same act, you know what I'm saying, of somebody, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, will portray a terrorist.
Right.
So so he's portraying a terrorist, but he's warm and fuzzy. He's portraying the acts, you know what I'm saying, and being diligent in what he's doing and taking lives. But, you know what I'm saying, he tried to stay with his father and us being the FBI. And that never would have been mentioned.
It's so funny you say that because somebody said to me the other day, if this would have been a Muslim, it would have been a black guy, or a Latino guy, they would have been a terrorist.
Yes.
But this is a white guy.
Absolutely.
He is, you know, not a terrorist. And I'm trying to understand, you know, society is going to have a rude awakening one of these days because I guess when America decides or when society decides that they had enough and they're fed up and they're going to change with the way they want to change, then they're going to have a rude awakening. But, you know...
But does America want to change?
That's another question.
Yeah,
do they want to change?
Do they want to change? Because we could preach change, but we're not becoming change.
You know, because the guy that was in the military last week, his speech...
Hey, Kimmy, how you doing?
His speech was crazy. I know most people saw it because it went viral, but his speech was something else. He said, if you can't be respectful... So what happened was some white guys in Navy training, or I guess basic training, decided to write some racial slurs on 5 black guys who were in the Navy training. Okay. On their wall, nigger and all these slurs.
The derogatory names.
So the head lieutenant of the guys got on live TV, it went viral, and he said, you know, anybody that has racial, gender, sexual, he named all those things, and he said, you need to get out. You need to get out because there's no place for you here. Okay. You know what I mean? He was like, I don't talk. It was crazy. But that's, you know, it's funny that these, you know, you have these white men saying all these things that, you know what I mean, that they don't agree with. But, you know, then everybody else is like, well, they crazy. You know what I mean? They can't be feeling this way. You know what I mean? Kind of like back in the day, you know what I mean? If you talk to somebody black in the neighborhood or whatever, then you were ostracized or put out of the community.
Yes, that's the right word. Yes.
But yeah, it's crazy. But you know, I'm starting to think that America doesn't want to change, and America likes it the way that it is.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot going on and nothing is really changing, and maybe it's moving very slow, like molasses down the hill.
Okay.
But it's not.
What brings more topics to the media?
What brings more? Oh, what? Yeah.
What brings more topics to the media?
But that's what I'm saying. We gotta stop watching. You gotta stop watching the news. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on in the news. I don't watch it. I know from what I hear from other people, maybe see online.
We have to know something, though. In my opinion, we have to know something.
No.
At the end of the day, okay, it's good. You're entitled to yours. But, you know, so we have to know something at the end of the day. We can't just be so oblivious, you know what I'm saying, when we say, well, I'm stop doing this, I'm stop doing that. And then, you know what I'm saying, be, you know what I'm saying, more of an outcast ourselves because we don't want to know what's happening in the world at the end of the day. I was always taught, you know what I'm saying, we know everything that's on the media, you know what I'm saying, ain't true. Everything, some of the stuff is propaganda. But I was always taught, you know what I'm saying, you take the meat and spit out the bone at the end of the day. So you have to, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to something as well, because think about, you know what I'm saying, the things that are happening, you know what I'm saying, in the world. Look what's happening, you know what I'm saying, to our culture. Look what's happening to America, you know what I'm saying, as it pertains to our culture, not just black, but you know what I'm saying, also Latino. Look what's happening. Look what Trump is doing. He's playing alley-oop, whatever. He's playing alley-oop with paper towel, you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, and throwing it in, what is that? Throwing it in the crowd. What do you think, you at a basketball game? You know, at the end of the day, what do you think this is a show? People are hurting. People are starving. People, you know what I'm saying, are sick.
But my thing is, what do people expect though from this guy? That's what I'm trying to. Everybody's angry about what he did, but what did you guys expect him to do when he went over there? You know what I mean? What did y'all? I mean, I don't.
That's a good statement.
You know what I mean? What did y'all expect him to do?
That's a good statement.
Like, what did y'all expect him to do after all the stuff he's gonna show y'all for the last 6 to 8 months or last year? What did y'all expect him to do when he went over there?
So nothing he does surprise you?
Nothing.
Nothing. So nothing he can do surprise you.
Unless he's doing something good.
Okay.
But everything bad he's doing, we expect that. I expect him to do something bad. I expect him to tweet something stupid. I expect him to do stupid stuff like that. That's what he's been doing. That's how he won the election.
I hear you, but it just so to me, I'm gonna speak. You speak how you feel, but it's very insensitive. I understand, you know what I'm saying, people are like that, but it's very insensitive at the end of the day. When you look at all the past presidents, you know what I'm saying, I don't care if you had George Bush. At the end of the day, we knew it was about war, we knew it was about money, we knew, you know what I'm saying, it was about oil. You know what I'm saying? But my God, he said, you know, Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying, you're messing up our budget. At the end of you stand on national TV and you say that? You know what I'm saying? Where people, you know what I'm saying, would need help? How dare you? Come on, let's be for real here. You know, somebody got to take the torch and somebody has to speak out. Should we just let, you know what I'm saying, should we just let, you know, evil or, you know what I'm saying, stuff that makes no sense or have no merit just continue on? Or should we stand up and say something against it? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's the people, you know what I'm saying, that don't say nothing and, you know what I'm saying, and be quiet and want to be, you know what I'm saying, ostracized. You know what I'm saying, them are the people that's going to get left. But it's people, you know what I'm saying, that are standing, people that's going to say things, you know what I'm saying, this is not right. And it's going to take a group of people. It's going to take many, many people that's going to come, you know what I'm saying, behind me. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it from that point of view. It's going to take people like us that's having a platform such as we have, speaking against, you know what I'm saying, this racial, you know what I'm saying, this hate, because it's really hatred at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you love yourself? Obviously not. But you have to look at it from that point. You have to look at it from that perspective and that point of view. It's so insensitive. It's no compassion. It's no you're not even empathizing, you know what I'm saying, with these people.
I mean, I think people need to start doing this every day with their neighbors, their friends they work with, their people that they live around, being nice and doing these things, because I think helping each other is going to get us where we want to go.
Yeah, it's a start. It's a start.
And I just think this is where we need to start.
I agree with you 100%.
I was going to talk about something that was going to lead to that.
Yeah.
Earlier today, and I had so much. Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Just keep talking. Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot what I was just saying just now.
You talking about 45?
Right. You know what I mean? I mean 45. I mean he's something else, and I do, like I said before, I read all these things on this, Instagram or Facebook or wherever social media that it leads me to, and it's just like everybody's angry at this man or hate this man, and it's like, but you guys know what he's capable of. You know what I mean? We know what he can do. You know what I mean? He's shown us what he's going to do.
Right.
From his whole presidency, he showed us what he's going to do. So why are we still getting upset? Once somebody said we need to impeach him, all we got to do is impeach him. You know what I mean? He can't be impeached. I mean, then we got to deal with Pence, but, I mean, I don't know if he's any better. But I mean, we got to do something. Either get him out of office or deal with it for the next 3 years, because I mean, all this craziness, this hate that y'all got in y'all system, it's not good.
But you know
towards this one man.
But you look at it, you know what I'm saying, he's bringing out the hatred in people.
It's not.
Yeah, yes, he is. You know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying, people have, you know what I'm saying, it has been.
Everybody keep talking about it's been hidden, and everybody talking about he brought this out, but he didn't bring this out.
Okay,
they just had he didn't, because they had a moment to express what they wanted to express, and they brought it out.
Okay.
I mean, they brought it. It was videotaped. People was out there. Yeah. Right. But this is not. People act like these people that never existed. That's what I'm saying. People act like they never existed just because they came out and showed their faces. But we work around. We're amongst these people every day. You know what I mean? Every day. I see them every day.
Okay, you see them every day.
So what?
You see them every day.
So now that they came in as a group and protested and killed the girl, and nothing happened to that guy that killed that girl.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Everybody want to get in an uproar saying that since he's our president, this is why this is happening. No, this was going to happen eventually. This was going to happen. You know what I mean? And taking down, you know what I mean, all those statues didn't really do nothing. You know what I mean? Because nobody really cared about those statues, before. You know what I mean? So now all of a sudden they want to take statues down. Like, no. You know what I mean? They put them up. That they were there for something. Let them go ahead and state it. They've been there for hundreds of years. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
So let's look at it from a different point of view. You said something was there for 100 years, whatever it's saying it's been there. So you said just leave it up.
Don't bring it.
No, I'm going to say how for me.
I know what you're going to do.
So you know what I do, so you should have thought about what you said. You know what I'm saying? So if something been there for 100 years, you know what I'm saying, where do we begin at? Do we start taking down things? Do we start, you know what I'm saying, pulling down statues? Do we start making, you know what I'm saying, a stand? Because most people are standing for nothing and then wonder why they're tired. You know what I'm saying? Now you have the right time, you know what I'm saying, to stand for something and then mean something. So just because something has been happening, don't mean it has to still coexist. And if we allow it to coexist, you know what I'm saying, then where we be at?
Yeah, but there was no problem with these statues before this happened. You know what I mean? That's my point. My point is they've been there for hundreds of years, and nobody had no problem with it until they went over there and started marching in Charlottesville, Virginia. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they came out and showed their faces like, yeah, you know what I mean? And I guarantee some people worked with some of these people that knew these people and knew they were, you know, I went to school with some people like this. I mean, red on the neck, the whole nine, and didn't care to.
Well, let's answer this question. Let's answer this question that, you know what I'm saying, Miss Lanita Drew proposed. She said, question. Listen, what do you think about that? How do we begin to helping each other, you know what I'm saying, as a race?
When we act like crabs
in the barrel.
In a barrel. This is thanks to the Willie Lynch syndrome.
What do you think
True
about
that.
that?
True that.
How do you?
No, I feel the same way. Because, you know, I mean, we talked about this before. We treat each other worse than anybody else.
Why
is
that?
Because that's just the way, this is the way the system was set up.
Okay.
Now,
is there room to break the system?
There is room to break the system.
But it's going
to take a lot.
If it took masses to get there, you know what I'm saying? If it took, you know what I'm saying, years to get there, don't you think it's going to take years to fix?
It's going to take years to fix.
As well? It's not going to happen. Just to answer that question, it's not going to happen overnight. We might not see it in our lifetime as well.
We'll see it in our lifetime.
We might, okay, good.
Yeah.
We might not see it in our lifetime, you know what I'm saying, we're all races, you know what I'm saying, we'll unite. Because if it took this long to get into such a predicament, you know what I'm saying, as we are in now, then, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take longer, you know what I'm saying, just to get it back, you know what I'm saying, into a place where we all work together and cohesive. So at the end of the day, when you look at it, it's going to take time. Like I said, I might not see it in my lifetime, but my children might see it. You know what I'm saying? But long as it's still a progressive movement and we're not stagnant, and it's going to take you, it's going to take me, it's going to take people, you know what I'm saying, like Ty. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take our viewers, you know what I'm saying, that's out there constantly watching us and hearing us, you know what I'm saying, every Thursday. It's going to take all of us to work together in concert. And when we start working together in concert, then things will begin to happen. Then situations, you know what I'm saying, will start to be involved. But long as we stay ostracized and stay quiet and stay mute, you know what I'm saying, and don't have nothing to say and say, what do we expect? Then nothing will ever happen.
Complaining.
You know what I'm saying? How do you want to complain? You know what I'm saying? Is one thing, because it takes, you know what I'm saying, it takes what's happening right now. We could say that we're complaining right now.
You think
some people might look at that, but you're complaining. You say, let me take you for example. Why are we speaking about this guy if we already know who he is?
Well, I made a point of that. No, I don't expect anything else.
Okay, so why are we speaking about it? What do we do to change? You know what we can do to change? Lift your voice. You got a voice for something. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give you a voice just to whine or cry. Lift your voice, you know what I'm saying? Make your voice home, your voice known. We want to make our vote be known, but let your voice be known. Your voice is more powerful than you know. They said there's power in your mouth. You have to really believe that. When you say you could go out there, you know what I'm saying? You believe when you say you could go out there and get that job, you speak confident, you speak progressive, you speak all these things to yourself. Now speak it out in the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? Let the atmosphere work. Speak it out. Don't just use it for you, use it for me. Use it for, you know what I'm saying, your neighbor. Who is your neighbor? The person you see every day as well. You got to use it for just more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we become too selfish.
Way selfish.
The end, you know what I'm saying?
Way selfish.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I'm saying, the thing. We become too selfish, and that's how we become crabs in the barrel. Right there. We become crabs because we're too selfish. We're more caught up on me and mine. But if you start, you know what I'm saying, taking out me, mine, and yours, you know what I'm saying, as well, and then you start looking at me, mine, and yours, don't just help me. I help you help the next person as well as that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to look, taste, you know what I'm saying, or smell like you, or be the same gender of you, or believe in the same thing. But you know what I'm saying, one thing, you know what I'm saying, will go abroad is love. Because we got enough hatred going around here, you know what I'm saying, daily.
Way too
we
much
have so much hatred, you know what I'm saying, acts of hatred.
Not enough love
look
going
what's
around.
happening, you know what I'm saying, every day. You know what I'm saying? You could blame Trump, you could blame, you know what I'm saying, the guy, but you know what I'm saying, all this is act of hate at the end of the day.
I say you blame yourself because this is you. You know what I mean? Did nobody, you know what I mean, put this out. No, but did nobody put this in you. You was either raised or you was taught this or you learned it.
Yeah, you have to learn something.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? This was in you. You know what I mean? In that person. It's not, you know, I just don't know how you can hate so much. I don't understand how you can hate.
I don't want to understand.
I don't want to either.
I understand what you're saying, though.
You're right.
I don't want to understand. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't want to understand. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Latoya.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a little lost of words at that. You know, it's crazy that, you know, people are so selfish and so into their own little world that they don't even pay attention to nothing else. You know what I mean? I watch people all day, and people just in their phone. Like, I'm like, what is in that phone that is so intriguing to you that you can't pay attention to life?
Because we put everything into these devices, whether it be a phone, whether it be an iPad, whatever type of smart device, we call it smart, whatever type of smart device we have. We put everything into that. We trust it with our bank cards. We trust it with our social security number. We trust it with all our information, all our personal information. We trust it with all the things we search for. It knows what we like. It knows what we do. So everything is being calculated into these smart devices, and they're making algorithms for us at the end of the day. So it's nothing that we are not doing, and nothing that they don't know at the end of the day. So when you look at it from that, why are we so capsulized and so fixated on these smart devices where you can't pick up the phone and say hello? That's another way, of becoming isolated. You have to look at it from all aspects.
I forget where I was at.
Where you was at?
I don't know. I was with a group of people, though, I think. And we were either at dinner or having a conversation, having drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said at the end of the night, you know the thing I noticed? Nobody pulled their phone the whole time we were hanging out.
That's beautiful.
And I said, yeah, but grown folks, that's what grown folks do. You don't sit around. You know what I mean? It's just, not to say grown. Okay, some people have, when you have their attention, you have their attention.
Right.
There's nothing else that can distract you from that. You know what I mean? It's just, I guess it's just up to you and what you decide you're going to use your time.
That's right.
When you're around people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because if you're not trying to meet people or associate, congregate with other people when you're out in the rest of the world. Because one of my clients just checked in. His name is Mr. Bailey.
Okay.
He's one of those people. He's the busiest guy that I know when he comes to the hotel. The busiest guy that I know. But when you're having a conversation with him, you're having a conversation with him. You know what I mean? He doesn't deviate to the phone unless he knows he has a meeting or something coming up, or he has somewhere to go. Or he's answering a real quick email. But other than that, anybody I see him talking to, or anybody he talks to, or he talks to me, he never, and this is the busiest guy that I know. He always got a meeting somewhere. He always got a lunch somewhere. He always got somewhere to be, or something going down. But you know what I mean? And this is what I say to people, sometimes you have to put down that phone in order to get a message. You know, because that phone is not going to give you a message.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And if you're looking for a change, that phone is not going to give you that change. You know what I mean? Something else is going to give you that change, and that means talking to somebody else. Somebody's going to help you by talking to you. They're not going to help you through that phone. You know what I mean?
I agree with you so much. It's interesting you said that we had a meeting today. We had a meeting today about 12 o'clock, and we was reaching out to our talent. We call it our line staff. Let me say it that way. Reaching out to our line staff, and we was talking about how hotels has lost hospitality as well. And we was talking about, when guests come in, we ask them the most dumbest questions. They come in to the front desk and say, "Are you here to check in?" "No, I got bags and I got luggage." "What do you think I'm here to do?" You know what I'm saying? And the key thing is, because we lost that night, we asked them, "Hey, are you here to check in?" "Of course you know I'm here to check in." But the key thing is, "Hey, how are you? Hello." Are we greeting them? Are we greeting them? Are we interacting with them?
It's funny you say that.
And that's the thing about it.
So I had the same situation today too. The same exact situation. This is crazy. So, this guest check. I didn't see them when they first came in, but they were at the desk when I came from doing what I was doing. And I know majority of my guests that come to the hotel because they're returning people, and I talk to them a lot. And people coming down, I know them by their names, hugging me, "Hey, how are you?" And this guest is watching this all go down. And then he comes back later and he says, "So you know everybody here?" And I say, "Yeah, these are my return guests. This is the passion, the love." That's another thing. People don't have the passion or the love to ask those questions, or to ask those normal questions, or they just don't know how to converse with another person, a stranger. You know what I mean? And that's what I think it boils down to. You don't know how to converse, but because you can, if you after that person checked in, if you walked away and listened to her converse with her coworker, they go in. But as soon as you get somebody to walk up in front of them, they get a little frazzled, and it's like, no, just be your normal self. Because all they want you to do is be themselves. They don't want they don't want you to sell them anything. They don't want anything more than who you are at that for those 2 or 3 dimensions you're going to be in front of you. How do we get it back?
Because that's what we're talking about really tonight. How do we get people back interacting with other people? How do we, you know what I'm saying? Toya mentioned something today right there on them sort of thing. She said technology basically
is a new way, or should I say the way of the world?
Is it
the way of the world?
Is it the way of the world? It's the way the world is.
Because somebody else said that too, but I was like, it does make sense. A lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. But do we have to allow it to be the way where when we dehumanize ourselves that we don't speak? You know? Now we speak through acronyms. Now we speak, you know what I'm saying, through something else. My daughter,
I don't even know.
My children gonna help me out. Like, I don't even know what that means.
I just move on.
As well, we speak through acronyms.
I don't even ask nobody what it means.
All this type of stuff, because we have lost touch, and I'm saying we have become desensitized. You know, that's the right word. We become desensitized. You know what I'm saying, with dealing with people, as well. You know what I'm saying. Now we can hide behind a screen, and it's okay. It's okay. That's not gonna talk to people. Let's bring back engaging with people. And if I start bringing back engaging with people, and then I start loving people, because I get to know who you are, and I get to understand who the next person is. First, we have to stop being so desensitized. Then we have to start being able to congregate with people, and then we have to start, you know what I'm saying, choosing who we speak with, and who we don't want to speak to. Because this might be a nice guy, as well. This might be a nice person, and we, you know what I'm saying, we become so self-critical to people, whether, you know what I'm saying, they're gay, you know what I'm saying, whether they're black, whether, you know what I'm saying, of any other color, that we find to demonize them, because sometimes we don't understand it. We demonize people, not even people, we demonize things that we don't understand, that don't make sense to us. You know what I'm saying? And we put rules and regulations on certain things, and we grab scriptures sometimes that sometimes we don't understand, and we go in on that. So, you know what I'm saying? I know one scripture says, of all thy ways get an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Get an understanding of what you said before you start pouring out scriptures, before you start demonizing people. Understand. I might not agree with you. That don't mean I have to agree with you. I might not agree with you, but let me understand. Let me see past that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, God can't send help, you know what I'm saying, because the help that we're looking for is not coming through the person, you know what I'm saying, that we expect it from as well. So the help, you know what I'm saying, that's already there, we'll look past that. Come on now.
That's what I was saying, you know. In the society that we live in, everybody has an opinion, but nobody wants to agree, disagree, and move on. Because, you know, agree and disagree is you learning.
That's all it is.
That's all it really is.
Now you're talking.
Nobody said that you had to agree with me and I have to agree with you. To agree, disagree means you're learning. Because now you're going to think about what that person said to you later. You know what I mean? Maybe he had something to say. Maybe there was something I missed in the conversation. Let me rethink about what the conversation was about. You know what I mean? That's how you learn. This is how you change. But if you're just going to sit back and just do nothing, and just agree to disagree, and then get all upset about it, you don't want to talk about nothing, then you ain't learning nothing. You ain't doing nothing. All you're doing is living in that bubble, and ain't no change happening.
Exactly. That's the key word. You know what I mean? Capsulize yourself.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You live in your own bubble, in your own world, because, you know what I'm saying, because we don't want to understand. And that's the thing about it. You said why people don't understand, because we don't want to understand. We don't take time to understand. You know, and sometimes, you know, I always say this: we have an answer for a question that person never asked. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen to understand. They listen to react.
To react.
You know what I'm saying? So you listen just for you to have a quick comeback, or something smart to say. Listen to understand. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it goes. Speak to me.
That's one of my very first things I teach people when I'm training them. My first day when I train them. The key to this job. And the key to being a better person, if you want to do good at this, is to listen first. And when I say listen,
you can multitask.
But listen. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you're listening. You know what I mean? Don't repeat what they said back to you, but listen. You know what I mean? And once you listen, you don't have to ask them those same questions they just repeated to you. You know what I mean? Because nobody likes to repeat themselves. I know people that are busy when they're coming out at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But what if I really didn't understand? You have to understand.
Now, if you didn't really understand it, you say, I didn't understand, I didn't get that. Then you say that.
I'm about to say, wait a minute now.
But don't ask, you know, but the question, the wording is, I'm sorry, did I understand you correctly? Can you repeat that again?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
But that has to be taught. To mirror somebody, it is something that is taught. You said don't say the same thing, but mirroring somebody is something that is taught in
Right,
hospitality.
right,
So
right.
if you come in, you all roused up. My first thing is to empathize with you, and I'm saying to say key words that you might have said to make you understand that I understood what you have said. Because if I use my own words, it might, it might become a binding a situation instead of a bonding situation.
Right.
So if you say, I was very upset, I had, I had a late fight, I just came off the red eye. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you just came off the red eye as well. So, we have this room, you see what I'm saying? I'm repeating the red eye to you. I'm using key words, to make you understand.
So
do
you understand where you're coming
as
from,
well.
right?
But sometimes I might not really understand what you're saying.
Right.
Because some of you don't even know what a red eye is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like, you need some eye drops. That really has happened. Like, listen, do you want should I send a bellman and get some Visine? I was like, oh my God.
No.
But it's okay though. It's funny.
It's funny.
But it's okay.
Right.
But you know what that shows? Room for growth.
Right.
Room for growth.
Room for teaching.
Room for growth. And do the person want to grow? It's all about growth. But we speak about growth, we speak about prosperity, we speak about enhancement, but the key thing, do you want to be enhanced? Are you willing to be enhanced? Because being enhanced and being growth, it's not always, the way we might want to see it, because you have to be stretched at the end of the day, and nobody likes to be stretched at times as well. I like the way that looks on yours. That looks nice as well. That's good.
Right.
Okay.
That's true. No, that's true. I mean, I'm all about teaching, and the last person to be like, no, if you can't do the job, don't do it. No, I want to teach you to help you be the best you can be, or even better than me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because that's my goal. My goal is to make you better than where you came in, and also be better than me, because that's the goal. And I prefer to be better than me, because being the same as me is not gonna get you nowhere. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Okay.
But
you
no, it's better. It's better for you to be. You know what I mean? Be you. Because can't nobody else in the world be you but you. You know what I mean? That's something I heard where somebody said to me to somebody on the thing I was watching last week.
Okay.
Nobody else in the world can be you, so be you. You know what I mean? Stop being. Don't try to be like everybody else. Don't even say nobody else. Be you.
Be you.
That's what God put you on this earth to be.
Exactly.
Was be you. That's why He made you, and your mom named you who you are.
Amazing cow. They named me Amazing Cow.
You know what I mean? So,
really?
So that was one. Oh, so yeah. So then on top of that, so back to the shooting. So today I'm at work, and about 7, 8 o'clock this morning, I see the ambulance down the block. This lady comes by and she's like, "Yeah, a guy got fired yesterday. He walked into the job this morning, shot his foreman, and then I guess the police cornered him, and then he shot himself." And I was like, "What in the world?" Like,
so this happened?
It happened this morning. This morning.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, and this morning, man, it's crazy.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
In New York City, it was crazy. I was like, "Are you kidding me? What in the world?" Right, but okay, so that's what I was going to.
Okay,
so
now we go. Now we back.
I believe.
What you believe?
I believe people sometimes get off on heading into like traffic. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
Like today, where I work, I work right by number 45.
Right.
So there's really not much traffic. And, there's traffic goes by, but you know what I mean. And people come down the street, upset that it took them, 20 to half an hour to get from one avenue to the next. And I told, I'm like, well, the Trump building is right there, and you can't even go by the building. So this is traffic right here. So why, if you don't have no business coming down this street, why are you coming down this street? You know what I mean?
That's how you said
and then
that?
I'm thinking to myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you're beeping the horn with it. You're holding on your horn because the traffic is not moving. You know what I mean? You're upset. All you're doing is frustrating yourself for you to take out on who the next person that jumps to your line of fire is gonna get it. You know what I mean? And it's not right.
But that's not right? But is that the way? Would you say that the way New York City are?
Oh yeah.
Whether you're on 55th Street,
or
whether you're on 155th Street.
Yeah, it's the same. But I'm just talking about. But people don't try to deviate outside. Like when I'm walking in the city.
That's what you just said.
People don't deviate outside of that. You know what I mean?
People want to deviate. That word right there. People don't want to deviate. So people don't want to make that turn. Because so many people are used to the same thing. And we always talk about that. You live the same life 75 times in 1 year, and we call that life. Because we have not changed, we have not turned, we have not made an option to change. And sometimes for people, change is scary. as well. Everybody wants change until, you know what I'm saying, you being stretched. So, you know what I'm saying, that change, you know what I'm saying, comes with pain. That change, you know what I'm saying, becomes with something that you in an unfamiliar place. Because when you're in unfamiliar territory and unfamiliar ground, you always revert back to, you know what I'm saying, what you find safe and comfortable as well. So how can we push, you know what I'm saying, the will of people as well? How can we do that?
How can we?
You don't know?
No, I
don't
mean,
have the answer. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think, you know, I think every day, you know what I mean? I mean, just in general, what you do every day.
I think sometimes you just got to get tired. I only can speak for myself.
Yeah, but
I don't know for nobody else.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of doing the same thing. That's what I meant.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm tired. Then I'm sleepy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know. Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm tired. Like, no, I want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure we're on the right page.
We're on the same page. You know, it's crazy.
It's what, you know. Just look at that. You know. I mean, we have lost compassion. We have, and it was a song that Stevie Wonder made, and it's so perfect for the right time that we're facing. It said, "Love is in need of love."
It is.
You know, love's in need of love. Human beings are in need of compassion.
I think first we need to start liking each other again.
Okay.
Because that's, you know, you gotta. People say
steps?
You cannot like them, but you can love somebody. You know what I mean?
Are they steps? These are all. Come on.
I mean, are there steps like this?
I don't believe they are. I think it's how we've been programmed.
Just how you interact with each other. You know what I mean?
Because that's like saying you go in a relationship and you say you're going too fast.
No. I think that when you interact with people,
go ahead,
you have to just be open to differences, different lives, different things. You know what I mean? Because you have to want to learn about other people's lives and other things that they do with their time when they're not around you or when you don't see them. You know what I mean? Because it'll give you a broad sense of who they are as a person.
You have to be interested.
You got to be interested. You know what I mean?
You have to be interested in people.
And but another thing too, you can't. You know, I'm a talker. You know what I mean? People know I'm a talker. I can talk to the chair.
I never even knew that shit.
But there are times when I like to listen. You know what I mean? Because I had some friends down this weekend from London and some other friends, and they came out to the beach house this weekend and for Friday night, and we were having drinks before dinner.
Good stuff.
And
some sherry.
So me and somebody else was controlling the conversation, and nobody else could get a word in. And I realized that maybe like 10 or 15 minutes into the conversation, I'm like, damn, we don't need two people talking. So then at dinner, I kind of pull back, you know what I mean, and let other people have the conversation, because you can always add to the conversation. You don't always have to be the center of it. You know what I mean? And it actually, I liked it better when I was actually the one sitting around listening rather than being the one talking. Because, you know, a lot of times, as I said, you need to learn. Anybody can talk, but if you, what was the thing? Nobody likes to talk her, but nobody likes to talk her. But if you can listen as well as you talk,
you said something that was powerful last week.
You're great at it.
About this, you said, "Always be the last to speak."
Always be the last to speak.
That was really good.
Yes.
Can you elaborate just a little bit on that, please?
I was I was watching. I think I don't know if I reposted on my Facebook or not. I don't think so. There was a guy talking about he was sitting in a meeting, and everybody went on and on. And he said he was the last one. But he said the reason why you want to be the last one to speak because you get to hear the room.
That's right.
You get to hear the rights, the wrongs.
Exactly.
You get to come up with your own better way to assess the problem.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking now.
You get to use your thoughts you already had and combine them with somebody else's. Because nobody really remembers.
Yusuf, what's going on, man?
Nobody remembers.
Happy birthday, champ.
The only thing people remember when it's a group of people talking is the first and the last person most of the time. Everybody in the middle is kind of scattered, and they get bits and pieces of it. Unless you're just a great listener and you really connected to what you're listening to. But this is the way it is, and that's just the way people are programmed, I think, too. Juanita Jordan. So thank you for tuning in. You wrote something on your Facebook the other day that I reposted on my page. But back to what we were just talking about.
Baby.
But yeah, it's just, people. What was I talking about?
You was talking about, being the last person to speak.
Oh yeah, being the last person to speak. Like because I think, like I said, listen to people, talk to people. somebody. So there's always somebody that wants to dominate the conversation, and there shouldn't be nobody to dominate the conversation.
Do you think they dominate conversations on purpose? Or do you think, you know what I'm saying, sometimes they're just outspoken?
They're just outspoken, and they don't know, and nobody knows how to deal with that, so they allow them just to keep talking.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think people just say, hey, I'm going to come and dominate this conversation today.
No.
As well. Sometimes people are just outspoken. Sometimes people, you know what I'm saying, just want to hear what you have to say. And some people just might find you interesting.
Which is true.
You know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. And some people just want to hear, but you shared something, and we talked about feelings. You said feelings need to be touched. That was powerful too.
Feelings need to be touched.
You know what I'm saying? We was talking about that last week. Just about feelings and feelings need to be touched. Can you just talk to me a little bit on that, a little bit?
So, you know,
I like
everybody just, you know, people these days you can't say this to somebody, because you don't want to hurt their feelings, you know how it's going to make them feel, you can't do this, do that. But, you know, people need to hear the truth sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't like to hear the truth. You know what I mean? Cal always tells me the truth all the time. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it, but it's the truth and I need to hear it, because if I don't hear it, then I'm just going to live with my lies, you know what I mean? And live with the way that I want to be, you know what I mean? And that's just I'm not learning nothing that way. But if somebody's going to say to me the truth and tell me that I need to do this and do that, and it's the truth, I'm going to listen and I'm going to do it. I mean, whether it hurt my feelings or not, because your feelings are meant to be heard. That's why they call them feelings. Whether it be emotional, whether it be physically, whether it be mentally, that's why you have them.
I don't want to say it that way.
Well, which way you want?
I don't want to say your feelings are meant to be hurt.
They are.
I think your feelings are made to be touched.
Touched.
You know
sorry, made to be touched. Yeah, sorry, not hurt.
Not to be
touched. But touched.
Because hurt is not the only way we want to,
yes.
You know what I'm saying, elaborate on feelings. Some feelings need to be touched. Feelings need to be massaged. Feelings need to be able, you need to be interacting with feelings.
But also you know how to express those feelings rather than, because the first thing that we as a society want to do is get upset about something rather than deal with the feelings the emotions that you're feeling. I mean, because I think once you deal with those emotions, give like 5 minutes. Think about it, meditate over it, do whatever you gotta do for 5 minutes, and then come back to answer the question, or even a day later or an hour later, you know what I mean? But process it. You know what I mean?
I go with that.
Because if you're not processing the information that you're taking in, you're just spitting garbage out.
And right, and that comes with, you know what I'm saying, just when it comes to real friendship, that's when you know when friendship and love is there, because when it's a difference between being a fan of love and being in love.
Yes.
Because, you know, or me being your friend or me being a fan of you. Because if I'm a fan of you, it's like you in a relationship as well. And I said, you know what? I knew it wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to happen. I'm not your friend. I'm a fan of you. But if I'm your friend, even though I'm like, you know what? I don't care what y'all want. I'm going to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? I want it to work out for you in your best thing. If that's what you want, brother.
Right, but I'm saying, or you give advice.
Advice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same thing.
Ask questions so you can give advice.
You want to be able to help, but some people, you know what I'm saying, are so in tune with themselves. They want relationships to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be at work, whether it be family, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, marriage. They want this stuff. They just your fans.
Yeah.
You got to understand fans and friends as well. You know what I'm saying? As a person being a fan of love and a person being in love is two different things as well. Because, you know what I'm saying, a person that's your friend want the best for you.
The best for you.
The best for you. And you have to look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? You know,
so I have an example.
Talk to me.
Can I use your example?
You could,
the one from 2 weeks ago?
No,
outside?
I want you to use my example. No, don't use that example.
Come on.
Don't use that example.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have an example, but I can't use it.
Yeah, you have a different example.
So, basically, this is what the example is. So, if you're having a conversation with somebody and they say they're going through something, right? Or whatever, you ask questions, you know what I mean, to try to pull out what they're really feeling or what they're trying to say, and then you kind of dissect that, and then you spit it back out to them in advice. I mean, well, this is what you can do, or you could do this, or tell me what do you want to do? I mean, because
that's the key word.
Because that's more the question, and that's more the answer than you trying to tell them or give them, because if they don't know what they want to do, you can't advise them.
I agree.
I mean, but if you give them a direction of where they want to go, you can navigate them somewhere.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But you can't. The questions need to be asked. You know, nobody want to ask questions. You know what I mean? Everybody just want to look around and look stupid. I'm like, come on. You know what I mean? What are you doing looking stupid? Because you were scared to ask a question. Like I was getting on the train the other day and it's crowded. and the lady want to get on the train, but she didn't want to ask the guy in front of her to move, but she gonna stand there with her mouth wide open and ain't gonna say nothing like she's upset. I said, but don't stand there and be upset. Say excuse me, because you standing behind him ain't gonna get him to move.
Right.
You know what I mean? Say
Hey,
excuse
Daniela.
me. I mean, that's when people need to start opening their mouth and start talking. That's it. You know what I mean? You don't like something, tell somebody you don't like something. You know what I mean? Because if I put shit in, she's my friends, if I put shit in front of you and tell you to eat it, you gonna eat it? You're gonna look like I'm a fool and ask me why I'm asking you to eat shit. You know what I mean? So ask the question. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? But don't wonder why. Because wondering why ain't getting you nowhere.
Let's look at it from, you know what I'm saying? Let's play devil's advocate. Why people don't ask questions? Because people are scared of the answer they might get. Some people already know the answer, but they don't want to receive the answer as well. So you have to look at it from all points and all perspectives.
Get those feelings in there.
But them feelings need to be touched.
They gotta be touched. Get those feelings touched.
It needs to be touched.
Get those feelings
not
touched.
Hurt, you know what I'm saying? As well as that. And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. You know
It's
what I'm
okay.
saying? Because it gets better.
It gets better.
It gets so much better. You know what I'm saying? Life is good. You know what I'm saying?
Really
Life is good. I don't care. Listen, I've been through the worst. At least I believe I've been through the worst. I know how it knows to be abased, and I know how it knows how to be abound as well. You know, and things happen. Life happens, pain happens, hope again. You know what I'm saying?
Hope again.
It will get better.
It will get better.
It will get better. You know, just keep moving. It only stops getting better when you're stagnant in it. But long as you're progressive, I don't care what life throws at you. You know what I'm saying? You're built for this as well. Because, you know what I'm saying, what the thing is about it, you're walking through it. And as long as you keep walking through it, whether this person say on social media, what this person say in your life, keep walking through it. Every answer or every question doesn't deserve your response as well. Please understand it. It's because people, you know what I'm saying, might be throwing, you know what I'm saying, all type of snares, all type of comments at you. You don't have to reply. Because sometimes when you reply, you know what I'm saying, become less, you know what I'm saying, and on the same level as on them. But keep walking. I know this from experience. I have been through it. Listen, I've been through, you know what I'm saying, so much, man. I've been through this as well. So I'm telling you, keep walking. Now look where I'm at. You know? With my beautiful lady, Latoya. Hey, baby.
Where y'all been?
Oh, my goodness. But you know, yeah, that's life.
It's life. You just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing.
Life is good though.
Life is great. Life is wonderful.
That's what I'm talking about.
So Juanita Jordan, hey, thanks for tuning in.
Juanita, what's going on?
She posted on her page the other day. You know, I've worked too hard. I've been through too much. I've done this, something like that, for you not to want to. It was coming to the point of for me to make you feel good or something like that. You know,
I don't know. I read something. I don't recall.
Can
you capitalize it in a nutshell? Paraphrase.
That's what in a nutshell. It was saying like, you know what? If you can't accept me for who I am, then get out, go on about your business.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I accepted you. I worked too hard to get here to let you come in and try to make me feel less than who I am.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If that's the way you're gonna do this, then you need to go. You need to go and get. What's she put at the end? Just go. Okay. Just go. I said, you're right. I mean, I agree with you. I had to repost it somewhere. Somebody said that's great wording. I said, yeah, I had to give credit to her. But yeah, it was some great wording because people, you know, rather than people say to you, oh, I don't like the way you do this, or like the way you do that, they just kind of shut you out. Or don't even, you know what I mean, respond. Don't even talk to you. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, don't do that. I did it for 2 weeks at work because I was in a rut, and I was like, I'm done trying to deal with these people. But then I say, you know what? No, because that's not making me better.
Okay.
I mean, it's only making me worse.
Understood.
You know what I mean? So I say, you know what? How about I try to teach them or try to learn how they work, maybe, and maybe we can work this out together. You know what I mean? And it's working so far. It's working. But yeah, it was just too much, and I was just like.
But how about we looking at it a different way? Mm-hmm. Like we went into this meeting, and this is the way, you know, because I've been on both sides. I've been a line talent, I've been in management, you know what I'm saying? I've been at the top of my game, you know what I'm saying, and still climbing. But let's look at it from this way. And this is what I was sharing, you know what I'm saying, with my GM. And sometimes we go in, you know what I'm saying, this is what we're going to do. We have done this for you, we're doing this, and this is and this is where it's happening, this is where we're going. We always want to tell you what, you know what I'm saying, we're doing. But I said, let's switch that up. What are we not doing? Where can I assist you? Tell me what you need from me. The floor is open. Because sometimes we want to, like you said, we want to teach, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, even though how high you are, sometimes the teacher needs to be taught. is what I don't care how good you are or how great you may perceive yourself. I think I'm amazing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, sometimes I need to sit down and shut up and listen as well. Because something in there, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I got one word, you know what I'm saying, that's going to, one word can change your whole life around.
Word.
It only takes a word.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people, you know what I'm saying, wants, you know what I'm saying, you to understand where they at. Some people want, you know what I'm saying, to be where you're at, but they can't get where you're at because you're doing all the damn talking. As well as that. And you got all the damn answers.
Right.
You think you got all the damn answers, but let's look at it from this way as well. Please.
Nobody
listen.
likes to know it all. You can't know everything, because if you knew everything, you wouldn't be sitting here listening or talking to me. You know what I mean? I have somebody I know, I'm just like, you can't, there is no way possible, unless you're a genius, and I don't even think a genius know everything. You know what I mean? You can't know everything. Sorry. Just not possible.
Yeah,
so it's better just to say I don't know and just call.
There's nothing wrong with saying I don't know. It doesn't make you less than.
Doesn't make you less, doesn't make you dumber than. No, it just makes you smart because you stood up and asked the question. I mean, I don't understand. You know, people talk to me sometimes. I don't understand. I don't understand what that means. Can you tell me what that means? And they can get that. They can raise that eyebrow all they want to, but I'm gonna learn today. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get what I needed today.
You wanna learn today?
I'm gonna learn what I need to learn. You know what I mean? You can look at me however you want to, but I'm gonna learn it. You know what I mean? That's it. You know, sometimes it takes you to be embarrassed to learn something. You know what I mean? Because the worst feeling you can never feel is embarrassed or shame. You know what I mean? That's the worst two feelings you could probably ever feel. I mean, they're probably worse, but those two I'm going to use. That's what most people feel. Most people go through with feeling or uneasy. But the other side of that is greatness. You know what I mean? Because I've been there, and I've felt that feeling of shameness or feeling dumb, I guess you could say. And then once I learned what it means, it's not that I already knew, not to say I knew what it mean, but I understood it. Put it that way, because once they told me what the definition, I was like, oh, I use it a different way. You know what I mean? I just didn't know the big word for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which is great. You know what I mean? But now I have the word, and now I'm at greatness now because I got the word and the sentence together.
Okay.
Now what you gonna do?
That,
you can't tell me nothing.
You
know what I mean?
swagging?
You know what I mean? That's
okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying about the learning and the teaching.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people want to roll their eyes. Oh gosh, I gotta teach them this. It's like yeah, you gotta teach them this, and you teach them to the best of your ability. Because if you teach them to the best of your ability, they're gonna go out and do the best of their ability and maybe do better. You know what I mean?
But you have to believe, you know what I'm saying, when we look at society has allowed us to, you know what I'm saying, be diminished in so many aspects and stuff. So
Yeah.
everybody's playing follow the leader. They posted this thing on that was on Instagram and Facebook today, and I found it quite interesting, and it's such a true statement. And I've never heard this like this before, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
They said, listen, the worst thing, you know, what's worse than an absent father is a toxic mother. I said, whoa. That's deep right
That's
there.
very deep.
That's great. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
That's what's worse than the absent father, because they always talk about the absent father, and I had to sit back and analyze the absent father. The absent father is gone at the end of the day, and the child can only make up, you know what I'm saying, and imagine, you know what I'm saying, about the absent father, why he left in this.
Yes.
But the toxic mother is, you know what I'm saying, forevermore there.
Yes.
And the more, and the child is picking this up as a sponge. That's the key right there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What a toxic mother, a toxic parent as well. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying, infusing our children today, you know what I'm saying, with all this nonsense and all this stupid media, you know what I'm saying, into our children, that we wonder why our children, you know what I'm saying, are in such a worse predicament that they are. As well as that. You know what I'm saying? We want to blame teachers, we want to blame so many people. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, the toxic person is you.
I blame the parents.
Sometimes you gotta, I said, I put this on my media, you know what I'm saying before, sometimes you gotta break up with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I put that's real talk. You gotta break up with yourself, break up with the old behavior, break up with this toxic behavior, break up, you know what I'm saying, with this lackadaisical attitude. If you stop worrying about breaking up with people and start breaking up with you know what I'm saying, this bad behavior, this bad character, maybe then you can push yourself somewhere. But we spend too much time focusing on them instead of you. You know what I'm saying? We got an answer for them, but we don't have you know what I'm saying, we don't have a justice for us.
Yeah.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have to be real.
Sorry. Yes, we do. We do. That's true.
But you're dealing with 3 or 4 or
five
generations of lack.
Which is true.
That's true. I agree with that.
Totally.
We're dealing with, but somebody has to take the torch. Somebody has to take a stand. Because if we keep looking at, you know what I'm saying, we'll be dealing with 6 and 7 generations. You know what I'm saying? I might not can't reach the majority, but if I can reach the minute, I'm happy. If I could reach 50, if I could reach 50 out of 500, I'm happy. I always take, you know what I'm saying, the 10%, you know what I'm saying, because the 10% is going to turn into the 20. The 20 is going to turn into the 60. You know what I'm saying? It has to start somewhere. At the end of it, whether this be this generation, the next generation that's coming behind us, somebody has to hold the torch. Somebody has to carry the flag. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with us. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep saying, well, Generation X, Generation Y, which they call us, the dysfunctional generation. We look at all these generations that are behind us. You know what I'm saying? We look at all the generations that are in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Where do we stop? Where do we start? I should say. I talked about something 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, how we degrade our women. You know what I'm saying? How we degrade one another.
Yeah.
I talked about, you know what I'm saying, how it's okay to call our women, how it's okay, you know what I'm saying, to call our women bitches, and now it's socially acceptable that women call themselves bitches. Back when I was growing up, that was not allowed. Listen, you get soap put in your mouth if you said, if you said lie. Lie was a curse back then.
Curse word, yeah.
Lie was a curse back then. But today, now, it's socially acceptable. You know what I'm saying? We have no, and we cling to it. Now we are bad bitches. Now we are all these type of derogatory names, and it's okay. Have I fallen victim to that? You know what I'm saying? At the same time, yes. I'm no different from them. I'm speaking about it because I was in it. I speak about it, you know what I'm saying, because I, you know what I'm saying, I portrayed in it.
And
so I know, you know what I'm saying, what it is.
And
you know what I'm saying?
the
core, you know what I'm saying, well, I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it is, you know what I'm saying, because these things has happened, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying, as well. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And you have to look at it from that perspective. When do we stop doing this? When do we, you know what I'm saying, take the, you know what I'm saying, take the ram by the horns and be like, you know what, this is wrong? When do we say, no, we apologize? You know, so when do we start calling you beautiful things, honey, sweetheart? You know what I'm saying? I love you, instead of saying bitch, hoe, whore. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm fucking bad whores today. Like, do you hear what you just said? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay. You get money to do that. That's good. How is that good? But you know what I'm saying? It becomes, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's not the wording that we use in all the time, but the wording has become so desensitized. Now we're desensitized, you know what I'm saying? From who we are, from humanity. And then we worry while we're isolated. Then we worry, you know what I'm saying, while we're stuck and grow. Then we worry about all these things that are happening to us because we have become desensitized to certain verbiage. We have become sensitized, you know what I'm saying, to technology. We don't even greet people no more. Like Stevie Wonder said in this great song, it said love is in need of love. Humanization is in need of humanity. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Where's the humanity that's in humans no more? You got presidents over there doing free throws as well as that. I know parents, you know what I'm saying, that say they went and rescued their child and they charge their child, you know what I'm saying, to go rescue them. What kind of mess is that? So you charge your child to go rescue her, so your child had to pay you, you know what I'm saying, money to go rescue her?
No.
Oh my!
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. But it's okay though. You know what? You know what it's going to take? It's not going to only take prayer. It's going to take works. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, at anything, you can have all the faith you want. You can do all the praying you want. But all them things without action, you know what I'm saying, is stunted. So it's going to take all three parts. Some people say pray. Some people say work. Some people, you know what I'm saying, say talk about it. It's going to take that and much more. It's going to take every, you know what I'm saying, minute, that everything. Nobody is wrong for saying that. Prayer,
so I was talking,
faith, everything.
It's funny you say that because I was talking to one of the other doorman at the other hotel today. And I was like, you know, I have every morning I go and say, not every morning, but this morning when I hadn't seen him in a while, so whenever we have a conversation for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, how you doing today, man? I'm doing all right. You know, I'm sick of this job though. I was like, what's going on? And he was talking, it was something, he said the same thing to me when I was saying it to him about a month or 2 ago.
What he said?
We were talking about how people walk through doors, white people sometimes walk through doors and they don't want it, they don't say thank you. They don't even acknowledge that they opened the door. Right. Or they'll come through the door and I've opened 2 big doors for them, then they go to the front desk and ask them where the restaurant is or something like that. And I'm like, well, you just walk past the whole person, you know what I mean? Rather than say to me, hey, I'm coming in for the restaurant, you know, because I'm greeting you. I'm just opening the door for you. I'm saying hello to you, good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm not just opening the door for you. I'm speaking to you.
Exactly.
And they'll walk right by me like I didn't say nothing.
Exactly.
And won't even say thank you for opening the 2 big doors. And he was going in like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And I'm like, you know, you told me something a couple of weeks ago, and you were like, no, don't worry about it because it's, you know, this. How do you put it?
Who did?
The other doorman, he said to me, don't get upset about it, let it be, because this is people, you know what I mean, this is people how people act. And I was like, yeah, so I was trying to revert the same message back to him. And I was like, you know, what I've learned is somebody told me the great advice. It has nothing to do with you, Ty. It has something to do with them. You know what I mean? Don't let them ruffle your feathers because of their bullshit. You know what I mean? And so I'm learning now. You know what I mean?
True.
And then I told them, another guest told me they're irrelevant. They don't mean nothing to you, Ty. So why does it mean? Why does this bring this out of you? I had to let them know. You know what I mean? Because most people are irrelevant in your life. You know what I mean?
Are they really irrelevant?
They're really irrelevant.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you'll probably never see them again. They'll never probably cross paths with them again. You know what I mean? But that
touches on so much what we're saying, though.
It does. But that's what I'm saying.
But no, so if everybody, not everybody, but if people are so irrelevant, how many people did we just lose right there?
No, I'm talking about people that make
act-
themselves irrelevant.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they just did.
They made themselves irrelevant.
So
how can I make them irrelevant? How can I make them relevant?
I can tap them on the shoulder. Hi, how are you this afternoon? Hi, you doing okay? Because I did speak to you when you walked in.
You don't
here.
have to say all that part. You know
I'm just saying.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Everything's good?
You know, so you having a wonderful day? Oh my goodness.
Then they might jump up and get scared. Whoa, what?
They might. You're assuming. But I'm saying, how can we make people relevant?
That's
how
true.
Can we
Wake them up?
Because at the end of the day,
wake them up.
Do we want to go above and beyond?
Yes, I do want to go above and beyond. That's what I do every day. Go above and beyond.
I'm not saying you do. You don't. But look at it from this way: 20 people did that to you today.
Mm-hmm.
That's 20 people irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
20 times 5.
100.
Okay. Times 4.
No, they'll be irrelevant when they need to be.
400. That's 400 people in a month.
But they will be when they need to be.
Okay.
When
Maybe. I don't know.
They will.
Okay.
Because it may not be me, but it'll be somebody else.
Okay. But I mean, so how can we capture them back? It's a thought. Food for thought. That's all it is.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, I know how to capture them back.
You got them? Go ahead.
I
Tell
did.
me.
So instead of not holding the door for them when they came back, I held the door for them and I spoke to them, how was your lunch? They say, oh, it was great. Very good. Have a good afternoon.
I know somebody.
Thank you very much.
I usually say something funny.
I'm
hungry too.
Right.
I'm hungry too. Because I'm gonna throw a joke. I want to see you smile. I'm hungry too. You didn't have enough for two?
Right.
Why you didn't have enough for two? And then it's like, you funny. You know what I'm saying? Like this, not really. I'm really hungry. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's something about that. You know, energies, whether it's good energy, whether it's bad energy, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to so energy. Energy attracts.
Yes.
Energy attracts.
That's true.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? And I tell you this, me and Toya, we was out on the town. We had people stopping out their car talking to us. We had people, you know what I'm saying? We had salespeople coming and talking to us like it was great. They was running out the nail salon. Like, hey, how you doing? Remember, you came to bought the sneakers from us yesterday? Oh, okay.
All right.
But the energy attracts.
Energy attracts.
It's energy attracts. And that's
genuine
really
energy attracts.
Yeah, okay.
Genuine.
You know what I'm saying? Energy, period, attracts.
Genuine, yeah. But mostly genuine.
Okay, but bad energy attracts too.
It does, but but good, you know.
Trump energy is
genuine
energy.
Genuine.
I don't think Trump energy is genuine.
No, but genuine energy brings out something else. You know what I mean? It brings out something bigger than what the actual moment is, because it's genuine.
Love it.
And when you and somebody emotionally, genuinely connect, in that aura, it's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. Yeah, it's a great thing. I mean, I'm not talking about it could be in.
It can't be in a relationship. What do you mean? Everything's a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. It could either be in your relationship, or it could be whether just be talking to a friend or a stranger.
That is a relationship.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, yeah.
It is.
I'm expressing it, because when you say relationships, you gotta express what relationship you're talking about. You gotta dissect it. You know what I mean? So that's what I was trying to do.
I appreciate you.
But yeah, I mean, so I think we've hit a lot of things today.
I think we did. It's always a good show. I always have a good time with you.
But yeah, I mean, I just, you know, I think what we got to do is wake up with a positive thought in your head every day. There's one of my friends, one of my clients who does these. I just realized he does it, but I just started seeing on my Facebook, he does these positive thoughts every day. I think I'm gonna repost them now, every morning on my page when I see them. Because he had one today that says, when you're wrinkled, that means when you're wrinkled, that means you loved. When you got gray hair, that means you cared. And when you have scars, that means you lived. I thought that was amazing. It's an amazing thing, especially in the world where we live with plastic surgery and everybody want to do this to their face.
Okay, I agree with that,
do all that crazy stuff. The only thing human. Naimika?
Naima.
Naima. Okay, that's fine. Okay. The only thing the human has is the human experience. So perhaps good or bad, you were given the gift of contact, and when you are present, then you get the gift. You give the gift. That is true.
I like
It's
that.
so true.
That's good right
That's
there.
true.
That's beautiful. You showing off again? That was good though. I like that. Don't be showing off. But that
Well,
was good. I love that. Thank you for tuning in too.
I think we had a good show. I think we talked about a lot of things. As I always say at the end of the show,
Say it.
be good to each other, and then be good to everybody else. And be good to yourself first, and then be good to everybody else out in the world. But yeah, so we'll see you guys again next week at 7:30 Thursday night. Hopefully you can be there, be here, or be square. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about, send us a message, or I am one of us on our page. But again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week. All right?
Love
Have
you.
a good night.
Stay strong.
Stay strong.
Have a blessed night.
Love in the world. Put the love in the world.
Please don't sing to me. I love y'all.
Peace.